Hey guys, welcome to Allcraft TV. I'm Sarah, and for this tutorial I'll be showing you how to crochet this lovely cowl. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. This is an example of the cowl to show you the stitches. There will be one row of a double crochet cluster and then one row of puff stitches. And this will just be repeated throughout the whole cowl. I will be using Modavira Jester yarn in blue. It's 70% acrylic and 30% wool, so it's lovely and soft. And I will be using 5 skeins of 50 grams. I'll also be using a 6.5mm crochet hook, a yarn needle, some scissors, and buttons of your choosing. To begin, you need to create a slip knot. Now chain in multiples of 3 plus 1. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and continue to chain in multiples of 3 until you reach your desired width. The width of my cowl is roughly 10 inches. For the first row, we will be doing double crochet clusters. Yarn over, insert your hook into the 5th chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the next 2 loops for 1 double crochet. Now do another 2 double crochets into the same chain space. I will be using the US terms. Now skip 2 chains and do 3 double crochets into the 3rd chain space. So that's 1 double crochet, there's your 2nd double crochet, and your last double crochet. Now skip the next 2 chains and do another 3 double crochets into that 3rd chain space. That's 1 double crochet, that's 2 double crochets, and your last double crochet. Just continue this pattern along the chain, and I'll meet you back up when I am near the end. I am just doing my last 3 double crochets. You can see that there are 2 chains left. You need to do 1 double crochet into that last chain. That is your first row of your cowl finished. This cowl, as I said before, uses double crochet and puff stitches. So for the 2nd row, we will be doing puff stitches. To begin row 2, you need to chain 4, and that makes 1 double crochet and 1 chain. And now turn your work. Skip the first 2 loops and insert your hook into these 2 loops where there is a double crochet in the previous row. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on the hook. And chain 1, so yarn over and pull through. This is your first puff stitch. You will notice that you just did the puff stitches above the previous 3 double crochets. So for the next puff stitch, you yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops along the row, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, and yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on the hook, and chain 1, so yarn over and pull through. Now you should have 2 puff stitches along that row. For your third puff stitch, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the following 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all of the loops on the hook. Now yarn over and pull through to chain 1. Repeat this process along, and I will meet you back up when I am near the end of row 2. Just remember that that cluster of the 3 double crochets is what you will be using to create your puff stitch. I am just doing my last puff stitch into the last cluster of the 3 double crochets from the previous round. Now chain 1, yarn over and into your last chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops for 1 double crochet. Now there is 1 row of double crochets and 1 row of puff stitches. Now you need to chain 3 and turn your work. Skip this first chain space here and do 3 double crochet on top of that puff stitch, so these 2 loops just here. Yarn over, insert your hook into the 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. Now do 1 more double crochet into that same space. You should have your chain of 3 and 3 double crochets at this stage. Skip the next chain here and do 3 double crochets into the space or the 2 loops above the puff stitch. That's your first double crochet. Your second double crochet, and your third double crochet. skip the next chain and do another 3 double crochets into the space above the next puff stitch along the row. Continue this pattern along. Remember to skip the chain space and do your 3 double crochets into those 2 loops from the puff stitch. This is my last 3 double crochets for this row. Now yarn over and insert your hook into the second top chain of the beginning chain. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through your last 2 loops. That has finished your 3rd row. It's time to do your next row of puff stitches, so you need to chain 4 and turn your work. Skip these first 2 loops and yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops from the previous double crochet, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, insert your hook into the next 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and insert your hook into the following 2 loops, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 7 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through to chain 1. That is your first puff stitch for this row. Repeat this pattern along the row until you get closer to the end. I have just finished the last puff stitch. Now I need to do 1 double crochet into that last chain of 3. For your next row, you will need to chain 3 and do 3 double crochets into those 2 loops from the puff stitch. And for the following row, you need to chain 4 and continue with those puff stitches. So you will just keep repeating this pattern until you get to the length that you desire for your cowl. I will just show you the finished product. The length is roughly 36 inches, but you can make it longer or shorter. It will fold like this and the buttons will go between the puff stitches. I'm going to show you how I sewed on the button. I had to use cotton because the buttons weren't large enough for yarn. And you can see that I have placed the buttons going lengthways. They are sewed onto every row of the 3 double crochets. So you will skip the next puff stitch and sew the button into the row of the double crochets. Now grab your needle and cotton or yarn if your holes in the button are big enough, and start from the back of the cowl. Insert your needle into the first hole, whichever one that is for you, and then go down into the one that's next to it. Now go up into the one diagonally across and go back down into the one that's opposite it. Now go into your starting hole and go back down the one that is diagonal to that one. Now into the hole next to that, thread the cotton through and then go diagonal again. Repeat this a few more times to ensure that the button doesn't fall off. Tie the ends of the cotton together and weave the ends in. And there you go, that is your double crochet puff stitch cowl. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, comment below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more tutorials, and the bell for instant notifications. Thank you for watching.